I'm Gary Newbon from ITV Sport, and I was lucky enough to be working at one of the outstanding British fights in recent years. The date? November the 18th, 1990 at Birmingham's National Exhibition Centre. The fight? Nigel Benn defending the WBO middleweight championship of the world against the unbeaten challenger Chris Eubank. The 10,000 crowd was divided. You were either following one side or you were following the other. It made for a raw atmosphere and an explosive fight. This is the story of what has happened since that big night in Birmingham. Eubank was unbeaten in 24 contests, but many people saw him as an unknown quantity at this level. Ben, fresh from big wins over Doug DeWitt and a first-round stoppage of Iran Barkley, both in the States, saw little danger against a challenger he reckoned couldn't punch. The war of words that preceded their fight really stoked up the bad feeling.
Round one, here we go.
Chris has got to keep his hands up. He's going to be unloading Ben.
But he does not want to get trapped in the corner.
That's right. He's come back himself, Chris. A couple of good hooks. Got to get those hands up. Benner's going gunning for him. No messing about here, no fancy boxing, it's just slam bang.
Well, we've yet to really ever discover whether Eubank can take a shot tonight. We will find out if he can.
We certainly will.
And remember, 13 of Ben's fights have ended inside a round. And a further 8 in round 2. This guy does not hang about.
Good right hand from Eubanks, good right hand. Very good.
And that hurt Ben.
Listen, Ben's legs are shaking, this is trouble for him here. Here we have Chris smiling at him again. He's got to do it all tonight. Definitely hurt Ben with that right hand, but he's got to keep his hands up. That's when Ben's at his most dangerous.
Well, Ben has been telling us all for weeks, or Eubank I should say has been telling us all for weeks, Ben is tailor-made for him. We shall see. Not a bad first round for the challenger.
Absolutely not. He's certainly a shaking down. Another right hand is shaking.
Again.
This is exciting stuff. What an atmosphere, I'll tell you. Eubanks is growing in confidence. He's got to keep those hands up because if Ben clips him, he'll know all about it.
Well, Ben's 2 world title victories against Iran Barkley. Doug DeWitt against fighters arguably past their best. Eubank isn't, that's for sure. And any flaws that Eubank can find in Ben, you can bet your life will be ruthlessly exposed.
The one advantage he has over Ben is he's 2 years younger and he certainly is fresher. But he's got to keep those hands up. I'm a bit worried that he's inclined to drop his hands. He landed a good right hand. He's definitely won this first round, no question about that. I'm surprised at Ben. He's just coming loading up with every shot. He's not trying to box, not trying to jab. He's just coming in there, walking straight in, slam bang. Every punch is a knockout punch. He hasn't learned by his mistake with Watson.
Well, that's the Ben way.
Must not forget that one of those punches can end the fight. So just keep your eyes on this one. This is going to be a good one way or the other.
That's got the Marquis of Queensbury spinning. Richard Steele has none of it. Oh, good right.
Eubanks is very accurate with that right hand. He's smacking him right down the pipe every single time. Ben's starting to use the jab now. That's what he's got to do to beat Eubanks.
End of the first round, definitely the challenger's round.
I'm petrified of losing, and that's why I always keep on top of the game.
Eubank had his first 5 paid fights in the United States after growing up in New York, but he made his mark with a series of wins in southern England. So much for the claims about his punching. Half of his opponents have been seen off inside the distance. He's offbeat, arrogant and opinionated. No one disputes his appeal or ability to win, but he's been described as one of Britain's most disliked fighters.
If you're going to dislike me for the right reasons. And there are no right reasons for disliking Chris Eubank as far as I'm concerned. I'm quite a good guy. I'm as good as the other guy in the street, you know, so... It's just, you know, the same old story. The media, the press, they portray someone to be the villain in it. And in accordance to my fighting stances and posturing, you know, they find it very easy to make me out to be the bad fellow. But it's not. That's just the warrior inside me, you know.
The strut, the Eubank walk-in, has become his hallmark. No contest is complete without his posturing entry.
I am the role model. It's just that people don't realise it as yet, or let's say the majority of Great Britain don't realise it as yet, you know. The other people I see in boxing who are put there, and it's said that these are the role models of today. They're not really, because they're not setting a standard, and on merit they don't deserve to be there. It's just a system, you know. When someone fits the stereotypical boxer, when a boxer can be influenced, when one can be manipulated, then that's the person they want in the hot seat. I would say I'm the perfect type of role model, because I say, you know, get up and fight and win. Don't just take part, compete to win. And with that, I also say that you should be independent-minded, you know. And I don't suppose the controllers in society actually want that. They want everyone to be like, you know, from the same school of thought. All boxers should be stereotypical, and they shouldn't be intelligent enough to make their own decisions and whatnot, you know. They should be controlled like the fighters of the past have been. I'm saying something quite different. And I suppose with all the winning over the years I've done, and with the with the consistency of what I've been saying, with the winning, I think it's just now, I'm just on the verge of being taken seriously.
He's not bothering to sit down. This is silly. He should be taking advantage of every second of the break. Unprofessional of him.
Eubank's enjoying a bit of gallery playing there, Barry.
Yeah, certainly is, yeah.
Exciting opening round for him.
Absolutely. That's given him the confidence that he's needed. I think up to now, the occasion has got him a bit. He's certainly he's opened up with a tremendous first round, and he's won that one, won it well.
By a long stretch.
Round two coming up.
I don't know how the fighters are feeling, but it's tremendous.
Oh, it was an excellent first round for Chris Eubank. Got through.
I think Eubank has lost his ground.
We've noticed in a lot of Eubank's fights, he's got a tendency to get caught, and against a puncher like Ben, that could be so dangerous. Like that!
Good shot. Beautiful right hand from Nigel Benn, and went right down to Eubank's boots, but he's taking it well.
And again, you just cannot take liberties against a man like Nigel Benn. And Ben tucking up very well as Eubank came in.
Ben looks to me as if he wants to walk right through anything Eubanks can offer.
Well, Eubank can bang a bit.
Little nod of approval from Eubank. I don't know what that was about. Maybe because it was missed. Ben's got the eyes of a hunter. He's really going for broke now. as early as the second round.
Ben has said that if Eubank beats him tonight, he'll retire. Well, you can believe that or not, as the case may be, but it just shows how important this fight is in the mind of the champion.
Good shot from Eubank this time.
Good right hand.
Ben's took it well.
And stung the champion, comes back.
Sunk a good body shot in there to Eubank. Ben did caught him underneath the left hook.
Well, he's a terrific body puncher, is Nigel Benn.
Let's hope these fighters, which they should be, are both in the best of condition, because they're going to need to, the way this is going.
Well, not one single pundit reckon this would go for the full 12. I'll be surprised if it does, I must admit.
There's a lot of them who've got any butterflies. They haven't wasted no time getting them out of their system.
Eubank having to dance.
Eubank tried the uppercut and come unstuck. Ben caught him with a counter. For a split second, he was in a little bit of trouble.
Tucking up. Living dangerously, the challenger.
And Ben's showing the power to walk through at the moment.
And he's taking a leaf out of Michael Watson's book, the champ.
This is a war. Good left hook. Ben's up. Ben's up.
And Eubank comes storming in.
Ben is in trouble. That was a brilliant left hook.
Champ on the ropes and taking punishment.
Big trouble.
This is comes back. This is what he did against Logan.
He's at his most dangerous now.
His legs are gone, Ben.
Eubanks has got him. There's big trouble here. This is it. Now what? Be careful.
This is what I was saying all along. Eubanks is accurate. He gets a man in trouble.
There's the bell. We'll take a break. Don't go far away.
I don't want to be Mr. Nice Guy. That's all that. When I don't like being honest with you, in boxing, there's so much scum in boxing, I'm sorry to say. But that's the way you got to be. You got to be. It's like dog eat dog. You can't be being Mr. Nice Guy in boxing. And like, you know, I sit down and listen to the way people talk about boxing. And I'm glad I've gone out to Mr. Nice Guy image, because you can't have that image in boxing.
Ben has certainly earned his tag, the Dark Destroyer. None of his first 22 opponents lasted the distance. Indeed, the final bell was not heard until his 24th contest.
Now that I'm getting older, I feel I'm enjoying the sport much more. I think, you know, when I was like, you know, 24, I was like a chicken with his head cut off, you know. I want to have a tear up every 5 minutes and like burning myself out, but you know.
But there's another side to Nigel Benn. Outside the ring, he's a friendly, welcoming guy, helping charities opening fates. But none of that on fight night. Then the Destroyer takes over. He becomes one of the most focused, aggressive fighters in the business.
I'm not a boxer. And when you're a boxer, you act like a boxer. You get hit, oh. But when you're a fighter, you get digged. You think, yeah, that's it. Now, come on now, hold on to one of these.
Round 3.
Ben still looks badly hurt there. He looks shaky, but you know, we've watched him in the past, and we watched him against DeWitt, and we watched him against Barkley, and he only seems to start going when he gets tired. Eubanks hurt him in that last round. He certainly did, but my worry with Eubanks is that he doesn't take a good body shot, and you know, I'm a bit concerned if Ben starts going for the body. He's got to be careful for these first few rounds. Ben is at his most dangerous when he's hurt. Don't you forget that.
Eubank, small band of supporters in the definite minority, trying to get behind him, but ships a good right hand and caught and in trouble, but fights back. This is some fight.
Eubanks was hurt, certainly hurt there. Ben is there's no question about it. Ben is an explosive hitter at short distance. No jabs, look, there's no jabs here at all. It's just a complete war. Slam bang.
If we wondered whether Eubank could take a shot, we're finding out tonight. He's talking to Benn now, taunting him. Come and hit me. Well, he's answered the argument so far about his chin.
Good body shot by Eubanks, and the switch with the left hook to the head. Again, the switching from one to the other, and they're both hurt continuously throughout the first 2 rounds. Incredible fight. We all said it would be exciting whether it lasted 3 rounds or 3 minutes or 12 rounds, and it certainly has lived up to that expectation so far.
Indeed. Eubank, a little swollen, high on the left cheek.
Eubanks looks the more tired of the two. That's a beautiful right uppercut again. Every time
again.
Yes. Oh yes. Now you see, watch Benn when he gets hurt. Another right hand. Here we go. Look at this. He really wants a war.
Let's rumble.
Let's have a war here.
This man is lethal when he's hurt. He's like a wounded tiger. That's when it is at his most dangerous. And he has been caught with some good shots by Eubank.
Oh,
like that.
Left jab, good right hand return from Benn. It's a super fight. Another right hand from Eubank. Left hook too. Good shot.
Something's got to give.
These are bombs, I'll tell you. Both fighters are tired, and this is only the 3rd round. They've been having a go at one another. There's no question about that.
Benn working for the openings. Eubank. Wonderful reflexes. Oh, the legs are wobbling.
Oh, a right uppercut. Looks a good right hand from Eubank. That's
What
the end
can
of
you
the
say
3rd
about
round.
this fight? But I've got to say, Barry, that Eubank is looking a little shaky at this point.
Certainly is, yeah.
Eubank's training program is as carefully planned as his fighting image. His concentration and his ability just to do enough to win remain unrivaled. It needs to be with so many people wanting him to come unstuck and lose.
I'm a real champion. I know how to survive and win. I do what is necessary to achieve victory at the end of the night, you know. And it's not only about being a good fighter, you must be clever, you know. People say to me, who's the best boxer in the country? I say, Colin McMillan. I say, who's the best fighter? I say, Paul Hawkinson. Who's the best puncher? Nigel Benn. I'm the most successful. Why? Because I have a little bit of everything. I can do all what them 3 people do. Also, I can strut a little, and pose a little, and think a little, and speak a little.
He certainly can, as trainer Ronnie Davis will confirm. Eubank, though, is driven on by the need to avoid defeat and so keep the massive paydays coming.
When I prepare for fights, I always have it in mind that I can come unstuck. This is what keeps me winning, I think. One must be nervous, one must always have this fear. If you don't, then it's no good. Then your reflexes don't work like they should. You want to be quick, cautious, you know.
Round 4 coming up. And both men have absorbed a bit of stick so far. But Eubank did look tired at the end of that round.
I'll tell you what, both fighters have put enough work in the opening for 3 rounds to last for a 12-round contest. Tremendous. A lot of hatred being expended. The concentration on the both of their faces, in their eyes, is something for everyone to look at and say, Jesus, look at that right hand. Oh, Ben showing what he's learnt in the States.
Ben smiles through the pain. Covers up. A lot of those shots are going on the arms or on the gloves. A few of them are getting through, though.
And Eubank's expending a lot of energy there as well. Quality punches as he was letting them go, but he's put a lot into it. We was all asking what Nigel learnt in the States, but he showed there, he shook it off, done a little bit of possum playing, and still in the fight.
Ben's left eye closing, swollen. Cheek looking very puffy. Chris Eubank cut about the mouth. Well, you can't have bombs like this flying around without signs of damage.
Eubank knows how to pace out around as well. He's stealing the breather he needs right now, as you notice. Not throwing nothing, but still thinking, red alert. He needs to be. Ben's right in front of him.
The pattern emerging now. Eubank firing in little clusters. About 15-30 seconds worth of activity. A little break. Good way of conserving energy when you're fighting at this pace. The body shot hurt.
It certainly did. It went right down to Chris's boots. That was a tremendous shot. This is a war. You know, boxing at this level, this is what it's all about. Skill, guts, pride, it's all there.
Eubank forced to hold for dear life.
He took a big right hand there, Dave. Bang on. But Ben's eyes come up alarmingly.
Yeah, the left eye.
And Eubank knows it.
Must be very disconcerting. Ben smiling, snarling at the challenger.
He never used to do that.
All the body shots, they do hurt.
They certainly do.
Ben always moving, looking for the opening.
Both guys are showing they can take each other's best shots.
We're going to take a break right now. Back at the end of the break.
Well, the basic thing with Nigel is a big part of his make-up is his aggression. So we've obviously want to keep his aggression now, but just control it a bit. Back to the old Nigel Benn when he was the Dark Destroyer.
In contrast to the Eubank Davis team, Ben has been through a string of trainers. Jimmy Tibbs is the latest.
When he screams and shouts at me, I mean, like, I don't know, it's like a buzz, because I love it. I think because it's like being back in the army, the old army training, when he screams. And anybody, I think Barry McGuigan, Frank Bruno, Jim McDonald, they all know about the freezing force of Jimmy on the pads and all that, so they know how much of a good shape I am. And but he just gets you up. You know, you can be really feel like crap. You know, once I don't know, it's like it gives you that injection, and then like you're on cloud nine. You're just ready to go. It gives me a great buzz.
Welcome back, round 5. And, you know, the great Michael Nunn, the IBF middleweight champion in the crowd tonight. He might have to fight one of these boys. I'm sure he doesn't relish that prospect too greatly.
Both fighters are very tired. The referees have very little to do. Look at Ben's left eye.
Ben's left eye is in a horrible state.
In a terrible
it's almost
condition
closed.
completely. He hurt Eubanks with some tremendous left hooks and right hands to the body. Now it's all down to who's the fittest. I'm telling you, this is not a fight. This is not a boxing match. This is a complete war. Referees had very little to do. Just pull them apart and let them get on with it again. What a fight. It's been fantastic.
Well, we thought if there was a little chink in Eubank's arm, it would be the body shots. And Nigel Benn's been exploiting that, and he has hurt Eubank. There is no doubt about that. He's made the challenge
There's no question
to suffer.
about that. And I'm sure he's going to be told by Vic Andretti in the corner to go for his body. But the problem is, while he's coming forward, he's leaving himself open.
But that right eye looks a bit of an alarmist. It's not cut, it's just grotesquely swollen.
Absolutely.
Just a little slip, and of course with Eubank bombing over the big right hands, that puts the champ at an enormous disadvantage.
See what Eubanks is doing now. He's threatening to throw punches, but he's not actually throwing them when he's taking a rest. And Benn's falling for it. He's making the mistakes of dropping his hands himself. I'm afraid to open your mouth here, because every time I say something, the other one gets on top.
Oh, of the left gets through to Benn.
Eubanks is coming forward now himself. He's taking the initiative.
Well, Eubank has taken some of Benn's best shots, and the ones around the head, he's proved he can take them. The body shots to him are the danger.
They've both got to take a rest now. The pace of the fight has slowed down a bit because they're both tired. It's been so many bombs been thrown in the first couple of rounds that they're both extremely tired, and they're both trying to use the jab now and feel each other out. Benn's eye is closing rapidly. God, that must have been some right hand.
Yeah, people talk about that Hearns and Hagler war. This isn't far behind, I tell you that.
This is our domestic Hearns and Hagler, yes.
You said it, Barry. And Eubank growing in confidence, having a good round, the challenger.
This is a rest round for both fighters. Haven't been getting close. Eubanks has kept it at a distance. It's been a good educational round for him. He's been thinking it through, taking his time, taking a rest. And Benn has allowed him to get away with it up to now. Dare I say it. These guys will have respect for each other. If they didn't before, they'll have it after this fight, whichever one wins.
Challengers round.
At the crowd and look at my opponent in the way I do, that's just it's a mirror image of what I'm feeling. I'm true to the form. I'm clean. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I have no vices of any kind. I don't have any vices. And so I can stand there and say, look at me. Look how clean I am. You are not beating me. And that's the conviction I have in mind, and I suppose that is shown in my posturing and the things I even say, you know.
Michael Watson had 2 fights with Eubank within 3 months in the summer of 1991. The first was an intriguing contest. It was for Eubank's WBO middleweight title.
This fight is going to answer a lot of questions about both fighters. Has Michael Watson got over the McCallum defeat? Remember, he took a terrible pounding. He's beaten Errol Christie. He's beaten a guy called Brown from Trinidad, and he's beaten a guy that was like a blown-up welterweight from Australia so far in his comeback, but he hasn't really been tested yet. So this fight will prove whether he's still got it in him to win a world title.
So far, Chris will be pleased with the way things are going.
This is not a bad round, this for Eubank. Just about shading this one. Landed some good combinations. And it'll suit him down to the ground if Watson comes forward. So if you like, the first tactical battle won by Chris Eubank, the champion.
Eubank's his ever-present cool self.
And the spray flew off Michael Watson's head then as that left got through.
Fascinating battle. You can almost see them trying to outthink each other. Tremendous.
Chess with gloves, this is. And you can forget all the bull and the hype pre-fight about them not respecting one another, because they do and they do now. And Michael Watson has taken a couple of good shots.
It was good shots as well, Dave. Bang on. Very accurate.
Well, if we wondered how much Mike McCallum did take out of him tonight, we will find out. Eubank's so cool.
It's a game of physical chess here. They're trying to outscore one another, outthink one another, and it's whoever breaks the other tactics first. Whoever breaks his way of thinking. Oh, what a right hand! Beautiful Eubank. That was the best shot of the fight, Dave. What a right hand. Fantastic.
And that was out of nowhere. That was so quick, and you saw Watson's knees just wobble.
Already Watson's left eye is swelling. That was a superb shot. Absolutely beautiful shot.
And indeed, a little swelling starting to appear on Watson's left cheek. But he took that shot very well.
Indeed he did. That was a superb right hand. That's been Eubank's best shot. That right hand has hit him right on the money. Every single one of them landed right on the button. And that's the problem. You see, Watson's got to come forward and use those body shots, but he runs the risk of getting nailed with that right hand, and he has done all night long, but that's the most severe right hand he took so far. And all the time Eubank's confidence is gone. But he can't get too cocky. He can't allow Watson to come back and score and flick with punches. And Watson is, he's a hell of a fighter. Oh, beautiful left hook. This is a superb fight.
When Eubank gets you on the hook, he doesn't let you off too often. Watson says, you want to rumble? Fine by me. Good fight.
Bloody brilliant fight there. What a fight.
Well, I most definitely took the first 5 rounds. My best round were the first 5. Those rounds, as far as I was concerned, I'd done what I intended to do. I needed to outbox him, then I was going to dismantle him and then knock him out. I'd done the first part of it, then nothing else worked because I ran out of strength.
Tremendous round this.
What a cracking fight. No good looking out of the ring, no one's going to help you now.
Eubank does look in a little bit of trouble in this round.
He certainly is.
He's going.
I think the tiredness has finally crept in. The body shots have paid their price, which has been taken all through the fight. Now it's down to will to
He's
win.
looking a little bit wobbly now, this Chris Eubank. And Watson's looking desperately tired as well.
But Watson's still forcing the pace. Chris has got to dig in if he wants to retain his title. The quality's coming out of his work now, and he's just getting sloppy and throwing shots for the sake of throwing them.
The first round, my legs were knotting up on me, cramps from bottom to top, and I was very unsteady. Now, if he was any type of the fighter that he says he is, then it's at that time I was there for the taking.
Watson, a smear of blood under his nose, blowing, tired, but not as tired, I fancy, as Chris Eubank is right now.
Well, he hasn't taken many clean shots in the last 3 or 4 rounds, and he's landed some good ones, in particular those left hooks to the body. Little sharp, hooky shots to the body, and they've been really hurting Chris. Chris has got to pull it out of the bag now. Good right hand. Another one, beautiful shot.
Eubank pouring it on, but he's too tired to press on that advantage. A little flurry, and then Watson it is who comes straight back.
And Watson's not that badly hurt there. He was stunned by that shot, but not not badly shaken. Again, he's moseying forward, shuffling his shoulders, not throwing punches, but shuffling his shoulders. And that's going to look impressive to the judges. This is a very, beautiful left hook from Eubanks. Good finish to this round. Yes, good right hand. What a fight. Oh, another clubbing right hand around the side.
I tell you, both these boys are drained right now.
Absolutely exhausted.
Watson still needs to dig in if he wants to nick this title. Chris has let a lot of shots go. They haven't been that accurate, but he's let them go.
Well, Watson has hardly taken a backward step in this fight. You can't separate them in this last round either. And a microcosm, if you like, the quality shots from Eubank, the quantity from Michael Watson.
Storming fight, absolutely brilliant.
Worthy of a world championship, this.
No wonder people were sitting on the fence and predicting a winner. Good right hand from Watson that time.
You give one, you take one.
Both fighters fighting on an empty tank now, no doubt about that.
A last rally from Eubank. Showboating. Charismatic to the last, this man.
Watson pushing it, still tasting the title, but Chris as cool and composed, I must say, as ever, even though he's absolutely shattered and has been for the last 3 rounds. He really is tired now, Chris. He'll be glad to hear the bell.
That's Eubank finishing the title with a 2. Watson, jab, 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 jab. That's how you get points. That's what wins you rounds. Eubank, a last lung-shattering effort.
What a brilliant fight.
One of the best, Jimmy, one of the best.
This guy. This is one of the best I've seen for a long time. Both guys are going to think they've got the title. Now it's up to the judges.
The winner and still
He's got it.
champion of the world.
Eubank has retained his title.
The tragic consequences of their return for the vacant super middleweight championship are well known. Watson was left severely damaged. Eubank has strong opinions about the sport's responsibilities.
It's sad that they don't come back and pay him some type of tribute, or suppose all these tributes which are thank you notes, and this is the pits. I don't like this. You know, let me send them a get well card. This is not good enough. Write a letter and talk to some people who are the controllers and tell them to set up unions and securities and tell them to secure people like Michael Watson, who comes unstuck in a very, very big way.
Round 6. Of this titanic struggle for the WBO middleweight championship of the world.
Eubanks doesn't want to get sloppy. He wants to stick what he's doing. He's boxing well, but he's starting to get involved in the showboating and making silly boxing mistakes, which are crazy at this level, especially against the punch of Nigel's proven power.
The corner haven't been able to do much with Benn's left eye in the intro round.
It's getting into a bit of outsmarting each other match, and that'll suit Eubanks. You know, Nigel's game is to rumble forward. He said himself publicly he's a fighter, he's a slugger. That's what he needs to do to retain his title. He's not going to outbox Chris Eubank.
Well, of course, the pace has noticeably dropped, but there's no way they could have kept the first 4 rounds up. That was Grand Prix stuff.
I'm just wondering how concerned Ben is about that eye, but he's talking back to Eubank now.
Referee Steele says, come on guys, let's have some action.
As Eubank never turned up at the press conference yesterday, maybe Nigel's telling him what he wanted to tell him.
The eye, at least from Ben's viewpoint, not getting any worse. It is not completely closed. We will still have some vision out of it. Oh, the right lead. Oh, that's low, 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 and Eubank in trouble and hurt.
It's moments like this can turn fights, you know, depending on the reaction from other fighter. Chris had just caught Nigel with a good right hand.
Now the rule says that the referee can give him as long as he likes to recover from this. And he'll use his own initiative. He'll decide when he's ready to go on. but he's allowed to have as much time as he likes to recover from that blow.
Sensible advice from Nigel Benn's corner, telling him to keep his hands up. He needs to. Eubank is getting very accurate with the right hand.
Oh, maybe the writing on the wall now for the challenger. The body shot's clearly hurting him, and that shot into the cup. He's got to get on his bike.
Chopped in the right hand there. Nigel's really putting the pressure on there. Chris responding. They're trying to fight back at every opportunity.
And Benn is going to be winging in these body shots, you can be sure of that now. That's his route to victory.
There's respect, as Barry said, from both fighters now. There's no question about that.
Those body shots are starting to cut Eubank in half.
Let's give Ben the green lights, and he knows what to aim for.
We're going to take another break at the end of this round.
Ben's eyes holding up as well.
Yes, it's not getting, the corner haven't been able to improve it, but at least it's not getting worse.
Oh, that's a good right
That won't help it.
He's in trouble now.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Took it well.
Since the Eubank fight, Ben has bounced back in his own big punching style.
Whenever he gets any success, he certainly gets Brother Marvin shouting encouragement, and quite understandably. It's always odds away from home, isn't it? You need all the help you can get. And there is Marvin now, as I said. I doubt whether Robbie can hear him in this.
That was a beautiful shot, Ray. Punch in the face.
What a finish. What a knockout. He's been down before, but will he get up from this one? It's going to be a long count. No, he's going to count him out. No, put your hands up, closer. Let me see you're ready to go on. Stunning knockdown there. That's it. It's stopped there.
That was Bethnal Green. Next stop, Brentwood, and Kid Milo only lasted until the fourth.
Oh, that was a good shot.
He's got him again.
Right hand over the top, come back to the left hook. Right on the bell.
So the count continues. The count continues.
Chris Eubank is watching the live coverage tonight. What do you think he'll make of that?
Not interested about what Chris Eubank thinks. I mean, he beat me. Good luck to the man. All respect goes out to him and Michael Watson.
Ben was soon in Manchester, stopping Hector Lescano in just 3 rounds.
You can see himself teeing himself up with the right hand. He should use that jab instead of just pawing, he should snap it out. Oh, good left hook. Beautiful.
Got him and down.
Yeah. Is Lescano going to get up here?
Yes, up at 8. Mickey Van takes a very close look, waves the fight on Ben. In for the finish.
Nigel, just have to be patient here and finish this in style instead of going wild and crazy.
And Lescano coming back at him, but Ben gets him again with a chopping right-hander.
That's the end of the fight here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. EUBANK.
In this next round, Ben's going to go for him because those body punches hurt him. There's no question. And you can't shake off the effects of the body punches, whereas you can shake off the effects of a head punch. You can clear your head in a round or two. You can't take away the effects of body shots. What a combination of punches there. This is a superb fight. One of the best domestic fights I've seen in a long, long time. And because of its importance, it will last forever, I'll tell you.
Well, the last fight to capture the public imagination, as I said earlier, was Bruno against Bugner, but that was a contest between 2 mismatched boxers, but this is for real.
And this is a tremendous fight. Eubanks is watching his Ben's body shots. They're really hurting him, and he's got to keep him away from him. That's the thing. He's got to keep him away from him, and he's much more effective. Ben, as you watch Ben when he's been pushed back, he hasn't an idea what to do. It's when he's coming forward that he's dangerous. When he's been pushed back, he is not effective. He nullifies Benn's power and strength when he comes at him. That's what he's got to do. Feint, come forward, use the jab, keep him back, take his time and rest, and then throw his combinations.
Just short with the right. If you like, it's the body punches going to do it for Benn. The right hand are going to do it for Eubank. Benn spitting blood. Suspicion that Eubank's elbow caught him in the mouth.
This is a war of
a foul each, if you like.
That's what
Eubank getting the jab to work.
That jab, push Benn back, and then work on his combinations. Benn, on the other hand, has got to come forward, whack Eubanks about the body, and then switch to the head. You know, they say when 8 rounds go by, or 6 rounds go by of a very difficult and tough fight, your thinking goes out the window. And it's the guy who's the fittest who's able to think under pressure, even when he's tired.
Oh,
that for a right hand. My God.
And the left. And Benn groggy, and the left eye completely closed now. The champion in desperate trouble on the ropes. The left eye completely closed.
Badly shaken.
But spitting defiance at the challenger.
He's badly hurt.
Oh. Coming back. Again. Steele says fight on.
There was at least one of those body shots that went straight below the belt. But Eubanks is really feeling those body shots. He can't allow Benn to come in. He's got to do what he's done earlier on in the round. Keep him away and hit him as he's coming forward.
Benn has only got one eye left. He cannot see out of that left eye now. Good round for the challenger, despite the late flurry by the champ.
Absolutely brilliant. This is one of them fights that is good to watch and not so great to be involved in.
I tell you, we've had 7 rounds. You can't pick a winner.
Meanwhile, as if his career was not controversial enough, this is what happened in Eubank's first defence against the Canadian Dan Sherry.
Santori checks with Sherry, is he all right?
Eubanks has got to stay on him. Come on now, Chris.
He's almost out on his feet, the Canadian.
This fight is not going to last much longer.
Eubank was fined £10,000 by the British Boxing Board of Control, but he soon soaked it up within 2 months with this crushing defeat of pin-up boy Gary Stretch.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Eubank is often an ungainly sight, this against Sugar Boy Malinga. Then he gave the American John Jarvis the perfect knockout. The punching postman, Tony Thornton, flew to Glasgow from the States and made Eubank go all the way for a points win.
They want to see me throw a punch, knock the opponent out. At the same time, they want the opponent to be throwing a punch, knock me out, and me turning around and hitting the referee, all 3 of us on the floor. This is what the public want to see. I'm not going to give them what they want.
I tell you, we've had 7 rounds. You can't pick a winner. Let's take a look at this now. Look at this.
That's that right hand. Oh, I tell you what, that is a shot and a half. It went right down to his boots, and yet he shook his head in defiance and called Eubanks to him, which Eubanks can't afford to do because of those tremendous lethal body punches that Benn's throwing.
fair credit to Nigel. People have been asking questions about his chin, but I think he's answered a few of them tonight because he certainly stayed there from a tremendous right hand from Chris Eubank.
But I tell you, that eye is going to be a fearful handicap now. The corner, I'm working flat out on it, but that solid dynamite right hand from Eubank closed that eye. Now, what have the corner managed to do? Nothing. Round 8.
You can't say the fight's warmed up. It's been in top gear from round 1. I don't know how you've got it scored, Dave, if it's going to go to a decision, but it's got to be a very difficult one to score.
I've got Eubank a notch ahead, but if you were to argue the other way, I wouldn't disagree.
Now, Eubank's adopted the right policy, challenging for a world title. He's gone out there to try and take it off of Nigel Benn. He isn't trying to steal it. The hunter is now being hunted at this stage of the game.
Benn is fighting like a true champion. He has taken an awful lot, and that eye damage is wicked. He's never been hurt as well. Oh, right hand and down.
Chris disputing that he got caught, but
compulsory 8. I don't know what Eubank was complaining about.
This is a war in every sense of the word.
Back comes Eubank, and back comes Benn.
Eubank keeping himself together under the sustained assault from Nigel Benn. Staying cool and calm and collected, which is very important for him to do. Coming back with good shots of his own as well. This fight certainly lived up to all the hype and ballyhoo.
And more, and more.
Absolutely.
Crowd getting behind Benn.
Good right hand from Nigel there as well.
Eubank composed.
Is he ever? But full credit to both fighters. They've both gone out there as one expected and lived up to everything they predicted.
Well, we had the first knockdown, remember, in this round. Then down with the right. No, Eubank, I should say. Eubank, stop complaining, get on with the fight.
In Benn's corner, they're absolutely screaming frantically at him to come forward and throw shots. They seem to feel that Eubank is in a lot of distress. But Chris is the master of kidology.
Once again, bring up the chance of Nigel. Nigel.
A lot of venom being pumped out. The quality of the fight stayed top of the range right the way through.
I don't know why Eubank doesn't go straight back to his corner. It seems a daft thing to me.
Rome, where the English gladiator Benn had arrived to switch his attention to the WBC Championship. He'd come to Italy to challenge the super middleweight holder Mauro Galvano. Benn was determined to stop Galvano in a country where home decisions are notorious. Making a meal of Galvano and the pasta was the key to a new world championship.
It's going to be hard, but the judges are here. These are the judges. And I don't worry about that, but it's just like, Barkley, Doug DeWitt, where we said, I'll fight all the tough guys. And I'm not scared. He wants to try. If he wants to come and box me, he got 12 rounds. And I will catch him in 12 rounds. And I will break him up. I can assure you that now. He can hold on as much as he wants, but every time he comes in, he's going to get something good.
So, they come out for round 3. Galvano, champion of the world, WBC version at 12 stone. In green, Nigel Benn of Great Britain.
Yes, good attack again from Benn. He should keep on that jab. You know, we talked about him being a very dangerous puncher at middleweight. He doesn't seem to have the same effect on these guys as super middleweight. And in his fight so far as super middleweight against Lindsey Morgan and against Sugar Boy Malinga, the punches of Benn haven't had so much of an effect. But certainly he's doing better here tonight. He's certainly hurt Galvano. Remember, Galvano started his career as a light heavyweight, so he's come down to super middleweight, so he's used to being hit by big guys.
And Galvano's corner's done a good job on that left
Oh,
arm.
good uppercut, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
And for some reason, Galvano glanced at the referee. Heaven alone knows why.
Good shot from Benn. He really hurt him there. Now he can't allow himself to get caught up in a brawl and I did say the ropes are too slack. He's not hurt here.
No knockdown. No knockdown. That was a push. And Cortez should have words with Galvano. Now Benn's got to keep his cool.
That is 6 times he's hit on the break. But Benn's the one that's doing the hurting. If Galvano wants to fight him, just let him come ahead. He's going to walk on the shots. Then just got to keep it together now. Hold it together.
Benn's got to be all over him like a rash. Galvano nailed his colours to the mast. He knows that Cortez, so far, despite my high hopes of him, is bottling out of his responsibilities. Have to say that.
Well, Benn has taken control of the fight in the early rounds. He's certainly made his mark on it. He's dictating the pace, but Galvano is coming back into the fight with these rushes and he's bulleting on top of him, pushing him back, and what he's hoping to do is he's hoping to tire Benn out on the inside and frustrate him. And you have to say that he's succeeded partially. Benn, with his newfound composure, just got to be patient, get his hands up.
Better round for Galvano. Oh, what a good right uppercut. Well, he can take a shot, Galvano. Last 10. The left eye is looking pretty bad. Galvano just flicked the blood away. And he's largely the architect of his own downfall. Look at those heads going in.
Yeah, but this is all tiring, Ben. You can be sure of that, Dave. And if Galvano gets through an extra couple of rounds, he's the bigger man of the two. And it might have a bigger effect on Nigel than him. But again, some good clean punches come through from Nigel Benn. In particular, a beautiful right uppercut early on in the round, and Galvano's legs went completely. But grabbed onto Benn, held on to him. A good right uppercut, certainly the harder punches of the two coming from Benn. And that cut is quite bad. Oh, it's right on the eyelid.
It's on the eyelid, yeah. And Joe Cortez having a look.
Oh, they're going to stop
have a look at the doctor. The bell has gone.
They're not going to let him out for the next round, Dave. The fight's over.
That's no. Benn's won. But has he? Are they going to say it's a clash of heads?
No, it wasn't. That was not the case. There may have been clashes of heads, but I think that Benn's got it. He's got it. He's the champion.
Benn has got it.
Yeah, and deservedly so. He deserved to win this fight.
We're live back home.
Outrageous of the Italians to claim that.
You've got it.
Now it's a different story.
Try, mate, they try.
Now it's a different story.
Nigel, just behind our cameraman there is Chris Eubank, who's come to watch you tonight. Oh, this is great. Well done.
Now we can do business. Now we can do business. You hear me? Yeah, now we can do business.
Chris, are we going to get this fight on?
Nigel is accepted. I accept. I mean, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm here. I'm ready.
And let's not forget we have 3 American judges, and American judges place great store on aggression.
Definitely.
Here we have the 9th round. These guys are in some condition. It seems like now Ben has had a round of success where he's put Eubanks on the floor. and he's hurt him a couple of times, and he's now going in confidence. Eubanks has got to keep his composure, use the jab and hit Benn as he walks in, because he's only got the one eye. He can't see that right hand travelling over the top. If he disguises it with a left jab, he can cross the right hand very quickly and can end the fight, because both fighters are very, very tired.
And you start wondering now whether this might possibly go the full 12.
That's what Eubanks has got to do. Every time he hurts Benn, Benn stands on the ropes and calls him forward. He's got to stay away because he punches better from a distance, and he's much more damaging puncher from a distance, whereas Benn hits most devastatingly in close. He's a hooker and an uppercutter, and those body punches in close are just lethal. He's got to stay away and hit him from a distance. If you noticed all the way through the rounds, Dave, the previous rounds, the only punches that have badly hurt Eubanks are the body shots. Even the one in the last round that put him down, he still shook off the effects of it, but it's the body punches that have been hurting him up to now. He's got to keep him at distance, and he won't get hit with those body shots.
Next door keeps winging in. Eubank complaining to referee Richard Steele, still having none of it.
This is the sort of a fight that makes you an old man. There's only so many of these fights left in anybody. And let's not forget that Nigel Benn has had quite a few wars in the last 2 years. So are we saying that Eubanks is fresher at this stage? I don't know, I'll tell you. Condition of both fighters is tremendous.
Oh, that was a slip. No knockdown. No knockdown. Just a slip.
Good refereeing from
Eubank scoring well with the jab this round.
Oh, right.
Oh,
this is it.
Gone.
This is the end of it.
Gone.
This is the end. This is the end. Referee's got to step in soon.
Benn trying to come back. I think this is a desperate round for the champion, who's so tired.
He's really at 6s and 7s here. He's in big trouble. Eubanks has got to take this opportunity. Here we go. Is this
It's all over. It's all over. He said what he would do, and he has gone out and done it.
I hate to say I told you so, but I did say it would be a late round stoppage for Chris Eubanks, and I'm right.
What a fight. Brilliant.
Absolutely lethal.
Right at the top drawer, up there with the best fights I've ever seen.
One of the best. Fantastic.
Well, I tell you, it is a privilege to have been at ringside for this fight. The man is extraordinary.
Now here we have the two fighters coming together. They've both got admiration for each other. They'll put their arms around one another and say, well done. What a fight.
It was a tremendous decision from Richard Steele. Absolutely wonderful refereeing. Benn gave it all. Eubank almost out on his feet. We're going to talk to the new champion now. Gary Newbon's up there. Chris Eubank.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WBO Championship belt will now be presented to the winner, Chris Eubank.
25 fights, 25 wins, and the new WBO champion of the world. Benn's second title defence ends in defeat. Let's hear now from the new champ and join Gary Newbon.
Unexpected by a lot of people, but you said all along you would win.
The WBO middleweight champion of the world is Chris Eubank.
Well, I've never known you lost for words, so I know you're very emotional, but we'd love to know all about that back at home.
He's the hardest punch I've ever seen. He's the hardest punch I've ever come up against in my life. I don't know. I beat him on determination. Karen, I told you I'd do it. Well, I was supposed to do it, but I knew I'd do it. He was good, but yeah, I stuck with it, and he hurt me bad, man. But he's good. But I told you my chin is cast down. I told you they couldn't touch it. If anyone can touch somebody's chin, it's Nigel Benn. Cameron, can we get married now? Can we get married?
Listen, this is a new site.
Marry me, Karen.
You want to get married now?
He kept his promise and married Karen in Hove in February 1991. The new world title soon swelled his bank balance and his TV appearances, as his projection made him one of Britain's sporting superstars. Magazine covers, fashion sense, and his charity campaigns made headlines on other pages than just the sports ones.
Shall I tell you a little story? It's an example. It's a philosophy. It's called the killing time. What is the killing time? The killing time is a moment that presents itself in a boxing ring. It's when the pitch in the arena reaches to a certain tempo. It's when the heat in the ring reaches to a certain temperature. The moment then presents itself. It doesn't really matter who created this killing time, meaning you nearly have me out on my feet, or I nearly have you out on your feet. It doesn't matter who creates it, it's the one who recognizes the moment. And the one who is resolute, if you are resolute, if you have conviction without doubt, then it doesn't matter who created this killing time, but the one who is most resolute can move in and take the fight. That is, you may send in your checks and your postal orders for the information I just gave to you enthusiasts out there.
Ben, in contrast, still plays the tough guy as he successfully defends the WBC title. But he still wants Eubank and revenge. His only defeats have been against Michael Watson and Chris Eubank. He can still erase that Eubank defeat. Even while beating Nicky Piper and Galvano again, he simply can't get Eubank out of his mind.
Seconds out. So, this is the final round. All to play for, my goodness.
Yes, we have it all on the last round here, so let's see what Ben can do. Let's see what Galvano can do.
So I tell you, this round is the penalty for the World Cup, the 6-inch putt that wins the Open Golf Championship, the black in the final pocket for the World Snooker Championship. It's one big round, I tell you.
Well, Ben is doing a lot of chasing, he's trying hard, and the judges might give it to him for that.
That is a very good point, Barry. We have judges from France and Belgium.
Yes, and Ben's finishing really strong here.
Not a bad last round for Ben.
Better straight punches from Galvano, better hooks from Ben. Story of the fight, really.
I think on aggression alone, Ben might just be inching this last round. I don't know. It's so tough to call this one. They're both pretty tired now. Better from Ben.
Good right hand.
Oh, hurt him.
Oh, hurt the champion.
He really did.
Good right hand. Put a mark right above that, or right underneath that left eye, just with that one right hand. That's impressive.
Oh, Galvano's cut. Too late, but he is cut. The left eye, the left cheek has just burst open like a rotten plum.
This could be enough to steal the fight for him.
I think it might be. I think it might be. This is a big round for Ben, and this might just be enough to have him keep his world title.
Well, he's had to trudge through this bad time. snap out of this. Going along in overdrive, he's dropped it down into fourth gear and he's snapped up in the last. Oh, a right hand! Benn's in big trouble, he's all over the place!
There's the bell! There's the bell!
What a right hand, right at the bell, Dave. That was incredible.
But I still gave the round to Benn.
Yeah.
And I think Benn has won.
Monsieur Michel scores.
That's the French judge.
117, 113.
Big margin, 4 rounds.
The logist scores
the Belgian judge.
118, 112. Judge Carasso scores 118, 114.
Well, bigger than we thought. He's got it. He's got it. Well, enormous margins, Barry.
Yes, I don't think he won it by that much, but I think that he won it on the last couple of rounds, just in aggression in the last few rounds. He maybe won it by 1 or 2 rounds, but nothing more than that.
I just can't believe the people that he's been fighting. Oh, he whipped me and Michael, you know, and I take my hat off to him. I really do, but ever since then, he ain't fought nobody. And he's, you know, he's had all these fights and he hasn't had a real meaningful fight, you know. He's got to fight someone like me, Barkley, Tim Little, but no, he's been avoiding us all. I mean, this is a barbaric sport and he's world champion. Come and fight me. Give the public what they want to see. Not all these John Jarvis who's had 7 fights in 7 years. Fight someone like me who's been fighting all the time and who wants to have a fight with you. And stop talking about, like, you know, you're scared about what's going to happen to one of us. You ain't. You know what's going to happen to you in time's running out.
I've bypassed Nigel Benn. In my mind, the job has been done. It's in the public's mind where maybe he has a chance of redeeming himself, or there is another epic, another potential epic. But for me, I've bypassed that type of opponent. I beat him. Mentally, I'm light years away. I'm light years ahead of the type of fighter Nigel Benn is, mentally and physically. And so, in my mind, he's not a focus point.
Don't you think it's a fight that we, the British boxing scene, needs to get on?
Let me tell you something, it's a fight we need. I have a family and I'm here to support my family. I'm not here to just, you know, look after anybody. Once I know my kid's life and my wife's life is secured, I'm happy. And I want £1 million to fight Chris. I've gone away twice. I've left the first British boxer in history to go to foreign soil and win world titles. They want me to fight Eubank? Pay me £1 million.
Give the men the money. Give the men, listen, please give the men the money. If they won't give you the money, then please compromise your...
I'll compromise, I'll go and do what you do, fight anyone. I'll go and look in the top 10 or maybe top 30 and bring him up from the top 30 and put him in the top 10. That's what I'll do.
Okay, well, I'm not going to argue.
Anyway, we ain't going to say it. See you later on.
Nigel, you're not the man you've portrayed yourself to be. I've always said you were the fraud. But I don't mean to be impolite to any viewers who are watching, but you're not the man you say you are. And I ask you again, prove me wrong.
So there's a story for you. They've both been winning all the while and picking up big checks. But they both know that the £1 million jackpot hangs over just one fight, the one that the public really want to see again, Benn Eubank 2. And when it comes, as it surely will, then once and for all we'll know who is simply the best.